Hey guys, it's Jeff from Adirondack Woodsman here, and we got a nice rainy day here in central New York, so I'm not doing anything outside today. What I'm going to do is work on the oil change that's much needed on the 1026R. I'm supposed to change it around 400 hours. I think I'm about 440, so I've been pushing it. So we're going to do both the transmission and the engine oil for the 1026R. I've done this once before, but it's a little bit of a procedure for the transmission. You got to pull the back wheel off in order to get easy access to the tube to be able to get access to the magnetic filter to get all of the pieces of metal that may have come out, may be in there. And so we'll put a brand new filter on. We'll clean out the magnetic one, and we will get the whole thing back together again, and obviously do the engine oil and its filter as well. So one thing to note is that if you're going to do this, you need something that can hold 3+ gallons of oil. So one of these open 12. It's more than 12 quarts. I forgot the exact amount. I don't know if it says it on the back. It's called Flow Tool. I think I got it at Advanced Auto. You need something big enough. A standard oil pan probably won't work. There is a lot of oil in the transmission. The engine oil is not as big of a deal, but yeah, follow along as we get this done, and let me know what you think. Have a great day, guys. Not sure what I just knocked over. Okay, I got that loosened up. Yeah, I've got an extra piece under here that I didn't have before. There we go. You're not going to be able to see me take the plug out probably, but make sure I get the oil. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so we'll give that a few minutes to drain. I think I'm going to open up the fill spout behind the seat. Slowly draining out. Moving pretty quick, actually. And then once the oil is all drained out, we'll come up here and get the oil filter, the transmission oil filter. Just a slow drizzle, but I'm going to let it all come out. The reason this oil pan didn't fit in quite as good is I've got this bracket here that was put on for part of the backhoe. So it removes some of the clearance there. What I was trying to do, let's get a little bit of this dirt off the underside of the filter. I don't know if this wrench is going to work. I bought it for this, but it might be just too tight. I think I'm going to have to go, oh no, it might be able to work. I may need to go get a slip wrench. There we go. They don't give you a lot of room for these pliers. Okay, let's get this wrench out of here. There we go. Let this drain down. It's probably going to make a mess. Pan is just catching it. If I turn it too fast, the stream moves and it's going to want to move out of the pan, which we don't want. There we go. Let this drain out. Put a new one on. Okay, get this out of here. Still drizzling a little bit of oil from underneath there. I'm gonna let it all come out. I'll probably put the filter on now. I'm gonna get a white Sharpie, silver Sharpie, and write down on the oil filter how many hours were on the tractor when we changed it, and the date. Put a little bit of oil around the on the gasket so it can come back out at a future date. You can see I wrote the hours and a date on the filter. You don't want to over tighten this either. Okay, that's good. Get that out. The drain plug is slowed to a slow drip, so we'll put that back in. Get this drain pan out of the way first so I don't accidentally drop the drain plug into this. Be careful when you're moving this, it sloshes around a lot. Okay, we'll tighten up the drain plug. Okay, should be tight. So we should be good other than having to clean the filter, the magnetic filter behind the wheel. So that'll be our next step. Okay, so we're going to jack this up back here. There we go. Okay, that should be good. The only thing I don't like about the John Deere tractors is they make it, they're bolts going in as opposed to the standard lug nuts, and I'm sure there's a reason why they did it, but I always feel like I'm going to strip something when I put it back on. Okay. Bear with me a second while I figure out where I can put this tire underneath so it's supporting the tractor if something goes wrong. Last thing I want to do is have this thing come down on me. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now I kind of remember doing this before. Let me figure out where I need to put the camera and then I'll move it over. Okay, I think I got to take the hitch, the quick attach hitch off here. So big difference from the last time that I ended up doing this is that I have a bunch of extra stuff on here for the backhoe that wasn't on the previous one. Okay, I don't know, not sure if you can see, but I need to get to this hose over here, and I think it's going to be easier to do it with this 3-point hitch off. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to remove that. So give me a few minutes to do that. It would be a heck of a lot easier if I had done this before I jacked it up and removed the tire, but we're here, so that's where we are. Well, technically, I only got to take this one side off. So that's what we'll do. Okay, so what we are going to do is start by cleaning off the dirt and crap that's on this pipe and the hose. Get as much of the gunk off as we can. Basically what you're doing here is sliding these retaining rings up, and what we're going to do is be pushing the hose up enough so that I can pull. Basically got to unscrew the little metal pipe that ends up holding the you'll see it when it comes out, but the magnetic piece in the magnetic tubing that gets all the metal that might be in this system. There's two clips, one up above and one down below. I got the one down below almost there. Yeah, tighten this up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Okay. If you take the clip and turn it a little bit above that nut, it will kind of stay there. So. Okay, so I've got a 6mm Allen wrench socket, and we're going to use that to take off the hopefully I can get in there. I may not be able to. I think I'm going to pull out, get one other tool here, get a wrench with a socket that I can throw on there. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're putting on what size is this? A 1/4 inch ratcheting socket here, and that'll allow us to get this in here and hopefully turn it. Whoops. Once again, this whole bar stuff wasn't there until I added the backhoe, so it's made things a little bit tighter in here. Can't imagine trying to do this without the wheel removal. Okay, there we go. Okay. I got it backwards. Wait a minute, do I? I want to... Yeah, that should be right. Need a pipe or something to go over it. This is really tight. And it's tight for me from last time, must be. There we go. It's coming out now. Take that out. And it's a long screw. Okay. It's out. Okay. We should be able to get this out of here. There we go. Oops. Okay, more hydraulic fluid on the floor. That's always good. So this was on the outside. This is the pipe that goes up into the rubber tubing. And this, you can see, is the screen all the way around. See all these little metal pieces? That's from in the hydraulic fluid. Came from somewhere. So what there is a magnet in the end of this, and the magnet holds all of the metal pieces in place. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do, is get my screwdriver and try to, actually there's an end on both. It's a cap on one end, so I'm going to go like this. Actually, I may need to get my plier, needle nose pliers to get that out of there. Go grab them. But these metal things are already starting to come off some. But that's the stuff you don't want in your system. Okay, so let's see if we can get this out now. And there's my magnet. It's only one piece. Seems kind of small, like it's not the full length. Actually, I don't want it near the metal filings that already came off. It'll just suck it right on the magnet. That's what I'm looking to do. So we got most of them all off. It's pretty funny, the magnet stuck right to the needle nose pliers. Just cleaning it off. And we'll stick it back in. Okay. going to stick this back in now. There we go. Didn't want to quite go in all the way. And clean this off too. Whatever happens to be on it. O-ring looks okay on there. I'm going to pull that back out. It's not really seating in there real good, so I'm going to pull this out a little ways. And then I'll put it in, and then we'll try to push it in. It can't be out that far. Because otherwise it doesn't want to go in all the way in the back. There we go. There, I think I got it. There we go, got it in. Tighten it up. Sorry you can't see it, it's just really tight quarters here for a camera. Just threading the Allen screw back in. Okay. Now I got rubber gloves on. I'm trying to, after I get them all oily, I'm trying to get the oil off so I can not have them all over my tools. Okay, so let's get the 6mm on there and tighten it back up. Okay. Okay, that's all tightened up. Now I just need to work the hose back down in the opposite direction. It goes on, the easier it comes off. A little further. There we go. Now we'll get the clips back in position. Almost down there. I wonder if I can use these guys now. Might be almost close enough. There we go. Bring it around. I'm going to use these to swing it around a little bit more. The vice grips definitely get more leverage than you do with the those needle nose. get my screwdriver in there. There we go. Ba-bang, we're in. So now I just gotta move the upper clip, which is much easier. And then we're done putting all this stuff back together. We just gotta put the tire on, fill up with fluid, and we're good to go. Turn. Yeah. I think we're good. Okay. So you can see I got this clamp on and the one down below on, and we should be good to go. But I may not put the tire back on until I fill it up with fluid. I don't know. I think we're good, actually. I'll probably put the tire back on. I just don't like having it up on a jack. One thing that I learned from my grandfather is to always throw the tire that came off underneath somewhere on the tractor, where if it was to come off the jack or fall, it's going to hit the tire before it pins you down. I actually had a cousin that died not too long ago that was working on his truck, and the jack failed, and unfortunately it crushed him. So not trying to bum you guys out, but just something to always keep in mind if you're working on a car or tractor or whatever from a safety standpoint. Okay, so now this is the cap. I'm right behind the driver's seat. If you flip up, I've got the Curtis cab, which is an aftermarket, so they put this Velcroed in back here. I got to add some new Velcro because this is kind of coming off there. But this is where you fill up the transmission fluid, and so we're going to put in 3.03 gallons. That's a lot, but then we'll check it. See if I can get this camera to stand up here. Okay. I couldn't remember how much. I went to the John Deere dealer and had him look it up. You can probably buy other transmission fluid that work. This is a low viscosity, which is what they want you to use on the tractor, so that's what we're going to use. See if I can get the easy peel off tab to come off easily. There we go. Let's see if we can do this without making too much of a mess. I'll probably put in one and then just make sure I don't see any leaks anywhere. Before I put it all in. I want to say this is like $30-something a gallon, 33 maybe. So I bought 3 gallons and 1 quart. I believe I got some left over at camp, but I did not have it here, so I just went out and bought it. I had extra engine oil that I brought home, but once again, I didn't know I was going to have to do the transmission fluid. I forgot that it needs to be done at the same time as you do your engine oil. So we're going to save these jugs, and then I will fill them back up with the old oil. So I have something to take it out of here with. We'll just take a quick look underneath. Just make sure our hoses and all that we put back in are good. I need to bring my light back over. Didn't see any leaks. Don't see any where the nut goes in. I think we're good. Okay, so we'll do the next gallon. Okay, so I've got 3 gallons in there. I'm going to check where I am on the dipstick, and then we'll see how much more I need to add. Let's get a clean rag, and dipstick is down here somewhere. There it is. Nowhere near full. I think he was wrong on how much I had to put in. I got 12 in there now. I'm gonna go check the manual. Okay, it says 13.3 gallons, so I'm sorry, 13 quarts. So I'm going to add another quart, and hopefully we're at least close. If we need a little more, I'll have to get another quart next week. Doing this on a Saturday. Okay, let that settle down there. See what we got. I think we're going to be a little shy, but it's in the middle of the dipstick. So, okay, guys. Well, we got both of the sets of oil change, the engine oil and the transmission fluid. I've got one small little leak underneath here that I think hopefully I fixed. I actually moved, turn the light on, I actually moved the bottom band up a little bit. I think I had it too far down. So I put a paper towel under there. I'm just going to keep an eye on it. Hopefully that's it. I'm hoping that there's not an issue with the O-ring in there. It looked okay, but you never know. The only other thing that I screwed up on was the washer for the transmission is right here. It was in the bottom of the oil pan. I don't appear to have anything leaking there, so I think I'm okay. I'm gonna probably leave it like that. There's a built-in what do you call it? Kind of almost like a built-in washer on there, and it was nice and smooth. Because I was looking at it going, oh, is there a washer? But after you fill up with all the transmission fluid, I don't want to have to drain that again and then put it back in. And I'm certainly not going to go out and buy new transmission fluid. It's about 100 and something for the oil change, for that one oil change. So yeah, so we'll keep an eye on it, just make sure nothing's leaking. And assuming we are good, I'll put that washer in the next time that I change the transmission fluid in a couple hundred hours. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. I didn't show you the oil change on the engine. It was pretty straightforward. Oil filter down here. Remove the screw underneath, and then just fill back up with 3 quarts of oil and kind of top off as needed. So anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment if other than about the washer. I know I screwed that one up. So anyways, you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.